It would seem that this new format is causing certain people to spend their money like a bird brain. Alright, to the 30% of you that have not smashed the living crap out of that subscribe button, smash it so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. Yeah, I can't believe I'm about to actually say this on Market Watch, but Flundereeze and Starlight rares are up and away. $98, $100, $120. This, am I surprised? No, I get that they're coping really hard, and this does give the deck an extra layer of interruption technically, but the Starlight was $60 for the longest time, and now doubled in price. Good news though, everybody. You can still pick up your rares for 25 cents, and you can pick up the secret rare for $1.22, $2. So you don't have to have the nice shiny cardboard, but Flundereeze players are definitely feeling the need for this. I mean, this deck, people are playing the water barrier statue. I saw a tutorial where people were playing Small World in this deck in order to bridge to get to the water barrier statue. It is cute. I've seen one list be successful with the water barrier statue, and I mean just one. I do not think that Flundereeze is out of, the racing in any sort of fashion, so just do with that info what you will. To see Snell get bought out is hilarious at the end of the day. So that's can't believe I'm actually making a video on Starlight Snell getting bought out. Then there's this thing. Now, I don't know, a lot of you have really paid attention to the latest OCG results. I haven't talked about them on this channel, but I'll be doing it soon. And it is Volcanic Shell and Purelease. Now, if you haven't really paid attention and you've been like, oh, you haven't seen any movements back here on the alties, all right? These are pretty much locked in. There's nothing going. People aren't moving on that trend. Where they are moving down here, though, is in the DT sector. Look at all of these sales, $2, $2, $2. The DTs look way more inviting, and these haven't even been very big sells. They've been very few in between, just for players going, oh, I kind of want to get these. Now, if Duel's Pack of Explosion does give us Volcanic support, these will probably get reprinted, but if you're seeing this right now with purely actually playing this, just a little bit of a heads up here. Not huge movements, but it's enough that I wanted to make the video, give people a heads up and go, hey, even like down here for like the Speed Duel box set, these are nothing. I just wanted to give a heads up and say, hey, OCG Purely builds right now are messing around with the concept of having Volcanic Shell being a discard fodder. It is turning over some pretty big results over there. Now, whether or not that sticks or whatnot when it transitions over here, at least you have the knowledge to go, I kind of want to pick up a play set of these, stay ahead of the curve. If not, I mean, you have infinite common versions that are whatever at this point in time. But the alties are not reflecting any sort of reflection on this, and the DT movements have not been anywhere near like a level of really worth looking at. So just a heads up there on that. Now, oh boy, we'll talk about Lubellion here in a second because he's what I'm here for. Look at these population of these Bystials. As we're heading on into the format here, where more and more players are looking at the Bystials and they're like, oh, like these are kind of rotating out. These are going to push down in price. Now, the big thing I want to point out here is, by the time that these would come up for a reprint block, you might... I don't think you're going to see these come back into the format in a heavy amount until after a reprint. So just a heads up here. You might want to give some consideration to that potential. I don't know where they're going to reprint. I don't even know if we're getting Megatons this year. I don't know if we're getting a Darkwing Blast Unlimited printing. Who knows? Power Unlimited might have been a one-time thing for them to test the waters. But yeah, these Bystial numbers are populating pretty quickly. Now there is the Lubellion factor here. These are continuing to move of the quickness here. $80, $80. Somebody even spent $90 to get these. Fallen of Albaz is looking like a super fun deck super competitive deck this format, more like it. But as you can see, I mean, you are reflecting $85 essentially across the board here for these. So heads up here, metagame is reflecting that there is movements in this card. I'm not surprised in the very least. I mean, this card did topple out at $90 like a week ago, and that was hilarious to watch. Don't get me wrong, all right? Like that was that was something definitely to witness. Once in a lifetime event, I feel like. Exceed Encore. Oh, hey. Still only at 18 listings and still only 23 on the market. Yeah. $5-6 still, and then $7 to $8. Heads up. I assume this will probably get reprinted by the time that we would get Purely. Possibly in an OTS pack as a common, because this card's last reprint was 2014 Megatons in Judgment of the Light. It has 2 printings, alright? So if you're planning on, going crazy picking these up, just be aware, this would be about the time that we'd probably see an OTS reprint to try to, offset that. If Konami really thinks that Purely is going to be a deck. Once again, they're looking at OCG data and seeing that that deck is just driving their format right now. Like, tier is pretty scary over there, but what we're seeing more with this is way more relevant at the end of the day. So, you guys remember Bujinki Ahashima, right? Like, oh my gosh, this card is the savior of the format. Oh my god, Sprite needs this card, half of the community shouted at the top of their lungs. These have pushed down to $18 from a $30 price point. That's $10 off where the expected value for this thing was really showcasing here. And you still are seeing people going $18, $19, $15. There's still sales reflecting on these. People still believe in this card. I do not have an answer for you if this is seeing play right now. I just merely wanted to point out the fact that they are crashing down in price. Will they go back to $10? Maybe. There's always that possibility. It's going to very much depend on, after the Team YCS, we started to see these deck lists kind of turn out here, and we started to see, these results from players, what they're playing, what their results were, what their ideas were, will really dictate where this card goes from here. Lightning Storms. You can get a Starlight now for $250 for this, down from its $300 price point. That's sick. It's absolutely amazing. $250, $250, $270, $270. Yeah, the market pushes down for Starlights. Good stuff. Your Pharaoh's Rare, Ultra Rares, $140. Okay. You can get a collector's rare for, what's it, $80? Down, down, down. $72 for a collector's rare. Yeah, that's what happens when a card rotates out of the format. $17, $18 now for secrets. You can get 10 versions for $11. $11 for King's Court and $11 for the other Ultras. Yeah, that's cheap. That's good. That's amazing. This is not amazing. Well, hey, good news. Starlight's down to $280 basically. And then there's the factor that this card doesn't know if it wants to be a $42 card or whatnot. Somebody just bought one for $50. Why? Why would you spend that money? Whatever. Yu-Gi-Oh players. $42. Yeah, these are continuing on. Cherubinis. These just got cratered off the face of the planet for the secrets. We have a market price at $14. $20. Huh. I wonder who knows something about this. I'm very curious about that. I wonder what application Cherubini could possibly have right now. These are even starting to move up here. Huh, well, heads up. Cherubini's on the move. Okay. Drytron Novas are also kind of starting to move. This is a pretty interesting heads up here. These are moving at $15 right now. I don't know if See, this is very interesting to me because as Bystials shift out, Bystials might rotate back in if things like this start to do their thing. But as the Bystials roll out, you're seeing people hopscotch right back into this format here, try to play this. So yeah, Drytron Nova on the movement here. Small Worlds, $7 and $5-6. You have movements on both of these sectors. That's interesting. I wonder why. Maybe searching for barrier statue of water in my deck? Oh, okay. Then we have Felgrand. Not a lot of movements back here for this, but I just wanted to point out that these are more than they were. $14, $14 here too. All your copies of Felgrand. Labyrinth loves this card. This is a cute little deck choice for Labyrinth extra decks. And then Dark Arm Dragon, the Dragon of Annihilation here. $10. $10. Both of these are uniform across the board. I love the fact the Secret is worth more than the Shonen Jump promo, because that really says something. But you've only got 26 listings and 37 listings of these. So it's not like you have a wide variety on the market. And those numbers are starting to dwindle, which is kind of interesting. So this was a very, very jam-packed market watch. A lot of stuff happening in today's market. I just want to make you guys aware of as we're heading on into the first YCS of the format. So please, leave a comment down below what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you. Ugh.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.